The owner of numerous local convenience stores is behind bars tonight. Federal agents say he pointed the gun at them. It's a story we first brought you as breaking news last night.
And it all started as part of a food stamp trafficking investigation that then turned chaotic. 27 First News reporter Gerry Ricciutti tells us the suspect is now in even more trouble.
Even after this morning's hearing in federal court, there are still plenty of questions.
You know what, Jay, there's a whole lot of confusion.
Lawyer Dennis DiMartino is representing Valley convenience store owner George Ricciutti, who's now facing a charge of assaulting a federal officer.
It's a crime punishable by up to 20 years in prison.
Assistant U.S. Attorney Dave Toffer tells us agents with the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Homeland Security, and Marshal Service, along with local police, staged simultaneous raids Wednesday at Ricciutti's home in Lordstown and his Braden Market in Youngstown, looking for evidence of food stamp trafficking and other crimes. DiMartino says when agents arrived at the house, Ricciutti was taking a nap.
He's, I think, just over 60 years old. He's got some vision problems, some hearing problems. He wakes up out of his sleep. He hears somebody beating on the door. He grabs a gun.
Here's where DiMartino says things get confusing. While Ricciutti claims he simply had the revolver in his hand, agents say he actually pointed the gun at them.
As soon as they saw him with a gun, I think they reacted, maybe even overreacted, and fired rounds into his house.
Although no one was hit, as agents were ducking for cover, one with the USDA fell off the porch and suffered a separated shoulder. DiMartino tells me gunshot residue testing shows Ricciutti never fired his gun, but at this point we still don't know who shot at him.
Our agents are working closely with Ohio BCI to look into all the facts, and once their investigation is complete, we'll know everything at that time.
As for that food stamp trafficking case, DiMartino insists his client is innocent.
It's a pretty common thing that people make this claim. The proof is in the pudding.
For now, Ricciutti remains locked up. He'll return to court next week. In Youngstown, Gerry Ricciutti, WKBN 27 First News.
You may remember George Ricciutti from a First News story 4 years ago. We interviewed him at his home after one of his employees, Christopher Weston, was shot and killed inside the supermarket on Braden Street. Police say it was during a robbery, but the crime's never been solved. We're told Ricciutti and his family also own a convenience store in Craig Beach, but it's not being tied to the food stamp investigation.